final event on the track of the 1991 World Championships is the 4x400m relay, and this promises to be something really exciting. The United States, the favourites in 5, Britain fancied by a lot of people to push them hard. On the inside it'll be Morocco, sign of their growing versatility as an athletics power, that they've made it to a 400m relay final. The Cubans in 2, well, they could do with a new Arena, quite frankly, but they've made the final. Great Britain in 3, and the interesting thing here is that Roger Black won't be on the anchor leg. They've switched him tactically to the lead-off leg. Black, the European champion and world silver medalist. So the idea is that Black will shake up the Americans. Jamaica there, useful team. O'Connor, the World Student Games champion. Winthrop Graham, silver in the hurdles. United States, Valmon, Watts, Everett, Pettigrew, but no Michael Johnson. Understand there was some late suggestion he might have been included in the team, but he's flown home. Yugoslavia, a national record to qualify, sub 3 minutes. Not a bad team at all. They really did run out of their skins in the semis, the Yugoslavs. The Germans without Thomas Schönleber, and that's a big blow for them. He's injured. And on the outside, the Kenyans, reinstated after their second runner, Kemboy, ran out of his lane in the semi-finals. Decision was taken that they gained no material advantage from that and hadn't impeded anybody. But the United States and Great Britain, firm allies of course politically, but bitter rivals here on the track. The lineup is Morocco, Cuba, Great Britain, Jamaica, the world and Olympic champions, the United States, Yugoslavia, Germany and Kenya. And away they go. And will the tactic that the British have used to shake up the Americans work here, of using Roger Black on the first leg? He is their ace. The Americans, they have Andrew Valmon, who finished behind Black in the individual event. The relays, though, can sometimes be a different story. The Kenyans are going fast towards the outside here, by the look of things too. Valmon is beginning to really turn up the gas around that bend for the Americans. Black's having to work to hold on to him, and Valmon's done well here. And Black's made no material impression on the Americans, so has that worked? Well, we'll see later. And the handover coming up now. Who's going to hand over first? America and Britain right together. The stagger just a little bit hard to read, of course, and the Kenyans on the outside.
Well, the opening leg by Roger Black, I think he was fractionally in lead, 44.8.
Now it's Derek Redmond going for Britain, and for the United States, Quincy Watts. Watts, who gave up his place in the individual event. And Great Britain have the lead at the moment.
But Quincy Watts looked brilliant yesterday. He ran a 43.9 leg in the heat, and he's running that sort of speed again today.
Britain with Redmond in first place. Quincy Watts attacking him for the United States, close between the big two. The Kenyans are just ahead of the Jamaicans for 3rd and 4th. Quincy Watts did a good job, and he hands over in the lead. Now for the Americans on the 3rd leg, it's Danny Everett, the bronze medalist in the individual event, and John Regis, who's run very few 400 meters but ran a sub 44 at the European Championships last year. Question mark how well he'll go, but it's America 1, Britain 2, close for 3rd place.
And a brilliant run by Quincy Watts. I've timed him in 43.6 and Derek Redmond in 44 seconds.
Up front, United States and Great Britain still locked in a terrific battle. Kenya and Jamaica 3rd and 4th, Germany 5, Yugoslavia 6. John Regis starts to attack Danny Everett. What a leg Regis has run here. He's held on to one of the top 400-meter runners in the world, and he's really a 200-meter specialist. And they hand over this time. Still America and Britain, hardly anything between them. A tremendous battle this really is between them. And it's going to be Pettigrew against Akabusi on the last leg. Pettigrew, the individual champion. Akabusi, bronze medalist in the 400-meter hurdles.
44.2 for Regis.
200 meters to go. Pettigrew under threat. Surely Akabusi can't do this, can he, against the 400-meter specialist. USA 1, Britain 2. The race for the bronze medal being led by the Jamaicans at the moment. Pettigrew hung on. Here comes Akabusi on his outside. Kriss Akabusi trying to drive for the goal. Pettigrew is tying up, and Kriss Akabusi, this will be a tremendous victory if he does, and he does. It's Britain's gold. USA silver, and Jamaica get the bronze medal, and that was a tremendous run from Kriss Akabusi, the 400-meter hurdler, to beat the individual 400-meter champion on the last leg. 2 minutes 57.54, and Britain upset the Americans and take the gold.
Well, that was a great team performance by the British athletes. Kriss Akabusi wasn't, in fact, the fastest runner. He ran 44.5. Just to run through the splits, I've got Black 44.8, Redmond 44 seconds, Regis 44.2, Akabusi 44.8, and a very close match, wasn't it? A great race between the British and the American teams. And 2:57.43, easily the fastest time run in the world this year, and only just outside the championship record.
Well, there'll be some celebrations over that. Roger Black switched to the first leg, and they'll reflect that that worked. But it's the first time that the Americans there move into their inquest, and Pettigrew, after the joy of his gold medal in the 400 meters, well, that would have come as a nasty shock to see Akabusi powering past him.
It's the fourth fastest time ever run. The three fastest times have been by the USA, so that's a new European, Commonwealth and British record.
It's the first time that Great Britain have picked up a gold medal in the 400-meter relay at world or Olympic level since 1936. Roger Black, Derek Redmond, John Regis and Kriss Akabusi.
And the Americans had to settle for the silver, unusual, and in fact the fastest run by them was the man who didn't run in the individual event, Quincy Watts, who ran a great 43.6 on the second leg.
I think poor old Pettigrew can't quite believe it.
Yes, being beaten by a man who never runs the individual event these days.
Well, the story there is quite fascinating, because Akabusi gave up 400-meter running because he said he wasn't even the best in Southampton, which is where he's based. And he goes and beats the world champion. And even in the illustrious career of the 32-year-old Akabusi, I think that little moment will take some topping. Great Britain are the champions in the 400-meter men's relay, and it's another mild upset.
One of the great triumphs there, I think, really was Derek Redmond, who ran the fastest leg, and a man who's been out of action really since 1987. For him to come back and be a part of a gold medal winning team is wonderful testimony to the hard work and the frustration he's experienced over some years of running. Or rather not running, I should say. And of course Roger Black too had to miss the best part of a couple of seasons. Well, this was the final leg of the 4x400 meters relay. Antonio Pettigrew, the individual gold medalist for the USA, is in the lead, but Kriss Akabusi, the 400-meter hurdler now, will not be beaten and powers past Pettigrew to take the gold medal by the narrowest possible margin in a new British record, European and Commonwealth to boot, and a championship best in a very great race.
Yes, this was a very great race indeed. Pettigrew, the world 400-meter champion. Akabusi finding the form of his life over the hurdles and in the relay too, well into his 30s. You wouldn't have put a lot of money on Akabusi, but with this baton in his hand, he's inspired. In any individual race between these two, Akabusi would really have very little chance indeed. But relays are different animals, and Akabusi, for the team, comes past and wins Britain gold, USA only silver. There is the result confirmed. Great Britain with the gold medal in a new British, Commonwealth and European record, fourth fastest ever, 2:57.53. USA silver, Jamaica bronze.